Yeah, you are tall.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Yeah. It's okay for you to say. It's not something just we can say. You can say it.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 feet. We measured
You measured.
like a couple weeks ago because I was like, I don't think
feel
that
like
I'm
you
6
grew?
feet. Well, no, I didn't think I was like, I think that I'm 5'10" and a half was kind of where I was at. And every time I used to tell guys that, they would get so weird about it. Like they would be like, no, because I'm like 5'8", so you must be like 6'4". And I was like, no, I don't think so, buddy. I really don't think
funny.
so. But so we measured like a couple weeks ago. Not that it like matters anymore, but
Yeah.
I'm 6 feet like
Wow.
even.
Okay.
Just-
So whenever I go on a date with a guy, I can bring you. So you're like the perfect
Bring
measure.
me. I'll show up,
Yes.
and then we can stand next to each other, and then you can decide whether he is the height he says he is.
Yes, exactly.
My thought is, and this isn't a new take. If a guy says he's 5'8", he's probably 5'6". If a guy says he's 6 feet tall, he's 5'10". And if a guy says a height over 6 feet, if a guy says he's 6'1", he's 6 feet, and if he says he's 6'2", he's probably 6'2". That's when you start. That's like the measure of accuracy, I would say. Once you hit 6'2", they stop lying.
That's so
and if they're
accurate.
lying, it's because they genuinely don't know. Like they haven't thought about it. That's my take.
That's actually very accurate, I feel like.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm good too.
I'm supposed to ask the first question.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
It's okay. Okay, so Charlotte,
Yes.
what's keeping you up tonight?
What's keeping me up is that not everybody is meant to be polyamorous, and I think that's okay. I think it's okay.
It's okay for people to not be.
It's okay for people to not be polyamorous. That's kind of what's keeping me up.
Wait, I don't think it's okay.
You think everybody has to be poly?
Wait, I think the norm should be poly, and some people can come out as not poly.
Okay, I mean fair, but I think there are a lot of people who are like, me and my partner are like, have you ever seen those TikToks where it's somebody being like, here's my routine for when my partner goes on a date, and it's like them just basically like trying to calm themselves down from like having a panic attack in a TikTok, and I'm like,
no. What TikTok are you on?
No idea. But I feel like I saw one of those TikToks. I feel like I see a lot of things that are like, here's how, like, they're like, jealousy is a really normal emotion, even when you're poly, and here's how I calm myself down. And I'm like, yeah, I think that being jealous is a normal emotion, even when you're poly. But I also think that, like, if you're having a panic attack every time your partner, like, goes on a date, then maybe you just aren't poly.
Right?
Like, I just think that that's okay. And I don't think it's, like, unwoke for you to not be poly. I think it's okay. Like, it's okay to be monogamous.
It is. I had
yeah, it really is.
I had some like identity crisis earlier about this too, because I was like, maybe I used to think that I was poly because I feel like I can like multiple people at the same time for the same amount, but then and then recently I'm realizing maybe it's because I don't like any of them. You know what?
And I think that's truly being poly, is when you
really?
hate all of your bitch wives.
And
no, I think it's like, it's perfectly okay to be poly, and I think people are poly, obviously, like they exist, they're real. But I also think like maybe if you have to convince yourself to be poly in like a very real way, then maybe it's worth thinking about why you're trying to make yourself be poly. You know what I mean?
That's a deeper question.
Like, I think some people like want their partner to see other people, or like want to be poly.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like cooler, or like people say it's like decolonial, like they're like the chains of monogamy, shake them off and you're free. And I just think that I don't think it makes you woker to be poly. I think
it doesn't.
No, I think it's the kind of
I've been doing it wrong.
Your cheat code the whole time. You were like, "This is how I'm gonna do it."
That's how I wanted to
try.
try.
Step 1, move to New York. Step 2, be poly.
No,
then I'm woke.
Yeah, this is a real conversation that I had with someone that I was seeing. I was like, I told them about like all these other people I'm seeing, and I'm like, I don't know if I like that person. I don't know. I don't like that person, and they're like, maybe you're not poly. It's okay to be.
I mean, I also think maybe you just didn't like those people. You know what I mean?
No, but they're like, it's okay. I know it's very hard for Gen Zs to feel that you have to be monogamous.
I think it just feels like kind of like not like old school. What is the word? Like not.
What is
I feel like to be monogamous.
Uh-huh.
I think sometimes Gen Z is like, well, the cooler thing to do is to be poly.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of like, well, is it cool if you're poly and your partner is like going on dates and having a good time and you're like, I hate this and
Right.
crying yourself to sleep every night? I'm like, is that cool to you? Because that's
Yeah.
not, doesn't sound cool to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I definitely know. I know a really good friend of mine. They're a couple that's poly, and they definitely had like they're much older and then they had like years of therapy for going into poly. And I feel like it's like such like an important or like a very hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something that just requires a lot of thought and care. And I think some people, like, obviously that's something that can work and like people do it all the time. Like a lot of celebrities are like, we have an open marriage. Or it's
Wait,
like,
I don't know any celebrity
You don't know
that's what.
like Dolly Parton was like rest in peace to her husband, but she was like, yeah, he does his thing, I do mine. And like we're just married. Like I think a lot of that's like not uncommon for people to be like, yeah, we like have like non-monogamous, but it's like we whatever. Which is I guess different from being poly, but like I don't think it's like it definitely can work. I think that some people who are like I just think that I don't think that it needs to be like the central struggle of your relationship. Like I'm sort of like if your partner is poly and you're trying to get on board with being poly, that just feels like a recipe for resentment.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah. If you can't be like being poly is okay. Being monogamous is okay, but trying to like one person is monogamous and the other person is poly is not okay.
I mean, it's just I think that you shouldn't expect your partner to change on that front, and I think you shouldn't try and make yourself change on that front for your partner, because I feel like it would just be stressful. But I don't know, I've never been poly, so maybe like these conversations happen and it works out totally fine and everybody's happy, and I'm sure that has happened.
Yeah, this is not
it's just I'm like you don't have to be poly. Like I feel like also everybody is like I'm poly.
Wait, if you have never been poly, what it seems like
why do I have such a strong opinion about it? It's because I think about it a lot. I have a girlfriend and we've been dating for 4 years now.
Congrats.
And like thank you. We had like talked not even like about becoming poly, but like had just talked about the concept of being poly, and I was like, yeah, I guess it like sounds fun in theory, but I don't know if I'd really like it. And she was like, what about it? It sounds fun in theory. And I was like, I guess just kind of like having a group of friends like kind of is the main thing. And I was like, yeah, so I think actually I'm just not poly. Like
why don't you just have a group of friends?
I do now. I'm like, I think that I just was like I think being poly sounds fun when I think about it in terms of like, what if me and all my friends lived in a house together and we all hung out? But I'm like, I actually don't want to sleep with any of my friends. Like I'm not really interested in that piece of it.
Okay.
I'm sort of like, I think that the part of being poly that makes the most sense is just having a group of people you hang out with.
Yeah, but you can also not fuck them.
Yeah, that's kind of what that's like what is it called? It's like queer platonic is what people call it sometimes, which I that's just friends. But yeah.
No, I heard but I feel like you know, there's different types of poly, and people some people they just do their own thing. Some people like you know, like if you're living with your friends, then they have to interact with each other too. And do they like
and some people have it where it's like I have this partner and I have this partner and they don't really interact with each other, but they know about each other. Yeah.
And I've also met people who said, oh, we do each other's things, but we have our rule is that we don't talk to we don't tell you anybody, like we don't, oh my god, my English, we don't tell my partner about the
I think
other
a lot
dates.
of people do that where they're like,
you
can hook up with other people, but I just don't want to know about it.
I don't know which one is like the better way. Like
I don't know if there's I think
transparency or not.
I don't know. I also like think that there's a level of transparency that people think is like good in dating now, in a way that I'm like, bring back euphemisms for I don't want to date you anymore. Like I think it's just
wait, people have been saying that?
No, I just think people are like
too direct.
Not even, it's like sometimes I'm like, if you had a bad date with someone and they're like, hey, like had a great time, see you around. You don't need to be like, yeah, I had a great time too. Full transparency, you really gave me the ick earlier when you were wolfing down that spaghetti, so I think this isn't gonna work. Like, you can just be like, yeah, maybe, and leave it. I don't think you need to be that straight up about it.
Oh.
And I think a lot of people are like, it's ethical to be poly.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling all of my partners
Yeah.
that I'm sleeping with other people. And I'm also like, if I were in a situation where I'm casually dating someone, I don't know that I would super want to know if they were like sleeping around. I'd be like, that's kind of your business if we're not exclusive.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah. But about your like being transparent when you're like break up or end a situationship, I feel like I'm the victim of. I'm the problem that you were talking about. I feel
some
really
people want to know,
okay.
But like I think that sometimes people are like after one date, I'm like, I don't think you really need, like, it's one thing if you've been like in a situationship for 3 months and you're like, I just want to be honest, whatever. But after one date, I'm like, you can just be like, I had a good time, and that's a lie. Like, that's okay, I think.
Yeah, you just don't want unsolicited advice. But sometimes I do want to tell them. Like, I feel like
I mean, yeah, do it. What have you told them?
I have no idea. Maybe like just something like the ick. Or I have the urge to tell them, but I didn't tell them. But I feel like
what would you have said if you could go back?
If I could go back, maybe I'll tell like my ex to, like, I don't know, there are things that he should have done better for his future girlfriends.
I feel like that makes sense to me, because I feel like that's also something I would want to know. If I were the shoe were on the other foot. I mean, maybe not. If it's like a really bad breakup, maybe I wouldn't. But I also kind of feel like if they were like, hey, you do this one thing that like makes it really difficult. I mean, I guess I would hope that would come up during the relationship, but
yeah, no, then they're like, why don't you tell me earlier so we don't have to break up?
I mean, yeah, that's the tricky part.
Right. I guess if it's like a personality thing that you can't change, then it's not,
I mean, I don't think it's useful if it's not something you can change. Like, if they're like, I just don't like your voice or something, I'm like, why did you tell me that?
I didn't think you're ugly.
I just thought you were kind of ugly, unfortunately. Like, what am I going to do with that?
Right. Yeah. Sometimes I do think that's something that I don't say out loud.
Yeah. I think that's okay. It's okay to think someone is ugly. There's nothing wrong with being ugly. It's just, it just is what it is.
Is there nothing wrong with being ugly? Then why do you have to get a surgery and go to a hospital?
Well, you don't have to. You can just be ugly. But like, I mean, people do. There's societally, we make it so that there's something bad about being ugly, but you can just be ugly.
I know.
Plenty of people do it all the time. You can be ugly and happy.
Yeah.
I think that.
I wish I can be ugly and happy, but now I feel like I feel like it's like internalized misogyny, and it's like, I wish I can, like, it's always a constant,
like, trying to look good.
And not even look good, but it's like look better.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I'm taking so much time into how good I look, why aren't everybody else? Why am I seeing you and you're like ugly? And
I mean, there is something I feel like really upsetting about putting a lot of effort into your appearance and going out and seeing someone just be ugly on, like, it's like the kind of thing where you're like, I guess I could just not try, but like, it feels like you have to. Now
on first dates I don't even like dress up anymore.
I feel like that's fine.
Yeah, that's my hot take. Don't dress up.
Don't dress up?
No makeup, no hair on first date.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, wait, tell me more.
No, it's just like, I feel like I've heard a lot of stories where like they go on first date and then like the other person is fucked up, and it's like, but you spend like an hour.
Yeah. I think that makes sense.
And it's like sometimes even the first date, the person like stood you up. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like you already on your way out after like 2 hours of makeup and hair.
Yeah. All dressed up and nowhere to go.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just don't bother for the first date. If the person is like good enough, maybe you do it for the second date. So then,
I guess that's kind of good advice.
Right.
I feel like don't put too much. I also feel like people put a lot of pressure on first dates, which is like hard not to do. But not dressing up for it is kind of like, this is my normal whatever.
Yeah, don't give it away all at once.
Yeah. Right? Always leave them wanting more.
Yeah. Yes. I'm looking at you, Victoria. Oh my God. That's so funny. I haven't really been on first dates. What about, I guess you're not, because you've been together with your...
No, okay. So this is actually my first relationship. So I've really only been on
one
first
date?
Dates. And then, no, I mean, we've gone on dates in the 4 years.
Sorry. It's like,
can you imagine? I was like, yeah, we went out one time and we were like, this is it, I guess.
I guess
we're calling it here.
we're making yeah.
I used to, when I was back in my like straight days, when I was really trying very hard to be straight, I went on a lot of first dates with men, and that was shocking.
What was how was
just it's one of them, we talked about like conspiracy theories the whole time.
Oh my God.
And it was like right after Jeffrey Epstein died in prison.
Wow.
And we talked about that for like most of the date. And I was like, you know, I don't know that this is actually. And honestly, I may have brought it up, so that maybe that was on me.
maybe he was thinking about the same thing.
I guess. I mean, it like it was just like, it was a surprisingly detailed like conversation about like like conspiracy theories. And
what kind of conspiracy?
Like, I think I was like, the conversation I think was not going great. So I was like, okay, if you could ask the U.S. government to reveal any 3 secrets or something like that.
Wow.
What would it be?
It's a fun game. I'd
well,
like
what would
to
yours
see
be?
people. I don't know. Let's see the Epstein list first, and then.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get that out.
Yeah,
and then we'll talk about what other secrets. I remember for a long time mine was the moon landing.
Oh.
Because I was like, I don't think that the United States faked the moon landing.
Yeah,
but
I don't think so.
I think it would be so funny if they did. That's
Right.
like, because it just, the circumstances were such that they were incentivized to fake it. I don't think they did, but it would be so funny if it came out like all this time later that they were like, yeah, we faked that. That was not fucking real. We did not go to the moon.
That's so funny because I've like I feel like growing up going to the moon, seeing the American flag or like people on the moon. It's just a fact. I never thought people would question it, but I guess
people will question anything.
Yeah,
you can put anything out there.
That's true. And the third question would be: are birds actually real?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Number 1,
Yeah.
even.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, there aren't a ton of, like, I sort of am at a place where I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's better to not know.
That's true. Ignorance is a bliss.
Is bliss. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, that was, I think that wasn't the last first date that I went on before I met my girlfriend, but it was one of them.
Wait, so I feel like it is a fun. It's a fun like ice-breaking game.
Yeah,
right?
I mean it.
And now you know each other very deeply.
Yeah.
And was that the last date? Like, no, I mean, like, did you have a second date after that?
No, we did not have a second date after that.
Oh, was it because of the conversation? It seems like you liked the conversation.
I think I was like, well, I'm like a lesbian, and I was on a date with a man, and I was like, something didn't feel right there, and so we didn't have a second date.
Wait, I want to know more about how did you like realize that you like girls?
Yeah, that's such a good question. I like kissed one girl in high school and then was like, I'm not ready to be queer. And then was like, okay, I'm gonna not do anything about this for a long time. And then like during college started like seeing men mostly and like dating men. And then I went on a date. Well, when I met my girlfriend, I was like, you're so interesting to me in a way that I can't describe. And then later I was like, oh, that's what having a crush feels like. You're not supposed to like manually select which man that you like think is okay. You kind of just like meet someone and you're like, wait, what? I like
before you even getting to know them.
Yeah, I used to like manually pick. Like, have you seen sometimes I see TikToks that are like people being like, these are the types of crushes you have when you're like a lesbian and in middle school, and it's like, you know, super hot, John Cena and shit like that, where you're like, what? I don't know.
Wait, they say if you're a lesbian and you would have a crush on John Cena?
No, not always, but it's like, I think that when you're a little gay girl, you're like picking boys arbitrarily to have a crush on.
I see.
So I was like, I think I'm gonna have a crush on Eric, and then I would just be like, I'm obsessed with Eric and I love Eric, and I was actually like, I did not know that man at all. Like I was like, I don't know you, I don't care about you.
Yeah,
it was just like I wanted to have a crush, and so I picked a guy.
It's funny, like,
but I like didn't realize that wasn't what everybody else was doing.
Interesting. I did not. Now I have to do some like introspection about like how. Now I'm thinking who are my crushes. I definitely didn't like a lot of the male, like I feel like I had definitely more like celebrity crushes. Not celebrity, like the celebrities I like are all women. And I never like, and you know, people are obsessing over, I don't know, like all the superhero superstars and or like the K-pop idols. But I'm just like, I don't feel, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just guys. I don't.
They're just
yeah,
guys.
Yeah, they're guys. But yeah, and then they're like all the divas out there putting their work, doing their dances. I'm like,
I mean,
that's
I think
more...
that male celebrities also can get away with giving a lot less.
Right.
In some cases.
Yeah.
Like, I think, you have to, I mean, we were talking about, you have to put in, you like feel a lot of pressure to put in a lot of maintenance as like a woman to like really give it all, I guess. Right. I don't know. But...
No, it's like literally, like I remember the Weeknd concert was around the same time as like the Katy Perry concert, and we went to see the Weeknd, and he didn't even change. He's like the one outfit for the whole show.
The whole show. He's like in like a sweatpants, like sweatpants and like
not even sweatpants. It's like a cape because he. It's like there's not.
That's so funny.
Right? And then like sometimes he disappears or take a break from the stage. You would think that he comes out with another outfit.
Yeah, you would think like maybe like change shirts. Yeah. Or like, I don't know, like put on a hat.
Right. Whatever. The only like outfit change was that he took the mask off.
I feel like it's like, I don't know. There's also like, I'm trying to think of a male artist who does a lot of outfit changes. I don't know.
I don't know. Harry Styles?
Or does he? Does he do outfit changes? Or does he just kind of like pull up?
I don't know. I've never watched him.
I know, me neither. I've never seen him live.
Benson Boone.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Benson Boone. Do we think Benson Boone? Actually, we won't speculate. We won't speculate.
Okay.
I'm not answering that. Benson Boone is Benson Boone, and I hope that he has a beautiful journey, wherever it ends.
Right. I'm just thinking about his like high-waisted pants all the time.
I love high-waisted pants. Like I love wearing them. When I look at him and they're high-waisted, I'm like, I would wear that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, and reminds me, maybe Elvis did a lot of outfit change because. Or Michael Jackson?
I was thinking about that, but I didn't want to sound stupid if it was wrong.
Why?
I don't know. Like, if people were like, no, you idiot. Like, Michael Jackson only ever wore one outfit. I mean, I don't think people are going to do that. But
yeah, I don't know. I think he definitely had different outfits, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. How did we get on this? What were we talking about?
We were talking about, what was your poly people. And
wait, no, after that we were talking about dating men,
right?
Having manually selecting your crushes.
Exactly.
Right. Wait, okay, so then I met my girlfriend who's non-binary, but we met. Can I say girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it. Okay. We had like a talk about it.
Okay.
Because I also am like, I don't know that I would 100% be like, I'm #girl, #lady, #woman boss or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't, when I say partner, like it always just feels like we work at a law firm. I would rather just be her girlfriend.
The partner does, yeah. Sometimes my partner, my ex, referred me to as a partner.
Yeah. I think I don't like it. I just don't like it.
Yeah, it feels like we're in a business project.
I know. I feel like we're both wearing suits and like shaking hands and like I have a briefcase.
Okay, wait. What do you think about the partner? Because like I feel like people have different opinions about partner other than it feels businessy. Like people say, oh, if you are a straight couple and you refer to each other as partner, it's like you're protecting the non-heterosexual people
from like having to disclose. Yeah. If you like normalize it.
Yeah, but then
I think some people.
There's people also saying like if you're a straight couple and you're saying you're partners and it seems like you're trying to be cool and like not disclose, like trying to be gay.
Yeah, I think it started out that people were like, it normalizes it that you don't have to disclose like what gender your partner is, and I think now it's more people are like, am I queer or am I not? Like you'll never know. Which I'm like, I guess that's you're right, but I think when I hear straight couples being like, my partner, I'm always like, okay, like that's fine. It's like it's your relationship. You do what you want. But I'm always a little bit like, all right, okay, maybe. Thank you.
Yeah, it feels like they just don't love each other enough to call each other partners.
I don't know that I would say that, but I just am like, it's a little. I get that like girlfriend boyfriend sounds a little middle school, but like I am also like, well. I mean, you can say I mean, obviously the issue with girlfriend boyfriend is that there's no like gender neutral term that isn't weird. All of the terms are like my they friend. And I'm like,
My
that's worse. That's worse. That's so much worse.
My they friend.
My they friend, my lover. I'm like, no, we can just be, you could be partners.
Yeah.
The person I'm dating.
Right. The person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just name.
Yeah. This person we're dating. Like, yeah, I think, but yeah, what was I saying? Oh, when I met my girlfriend, I was like, oh, you're so interesting. I keep forgetting what I was saying. But when I met my girlfriend, I was like, why are you so interesting? And then I was like, I later was like, oh, it's because I have a crush on you. And I was like, oh. And then I was thinking back to all of the times that I'd felt like that before. And I was like, okay, so those are all about, like, none of those were about men. Yeah. And like thinking back to what I thought was a crush before, I was like, oh, a lot of them, I was like, you know what it actually was? Is that I thought you would make a good writing partner.
Writing partner. That's what it is. We also,
That's what every girl wants, is just a writing partner. And I was like, honestly, most of it was like, this is somebody who I could have really funny bits with. Like,
that's the men.
The men that I was like, I am in love with you. It was actually like, I think that we could have some really good banter.
We're gonna be very good scene partners.
We're gonna be incredible scene partners. And I was like, that's how you build a life.
Yeah, it's just like,
because I was like, what is life if not like improv, but like prolonged?
Right. I feel like it's just like how we sometimes love men because, or not we, some people love
you said
men.
not we, actually.
we as in
not me. I know, I get it.
Yeah, for their like purposes for that's not about love. Maybe they're like, I don't know, they can reach the top shelf or yeah.
My girlfriend uses me to reach the top shelf. Yeah.
Yeah, you are tall.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Yeah. It's okay for you to say. It's not something just we can say. You can say it.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 feet. We measured like a couple weeks ago because I was like, I don't think that I'm 6 feet. Well, no, I didn't think I was like, I think that I'm 5'10" and a half was kind of where I was at. And every time I used to tell guys that, they would get so weird about it. Like, they would be like, no, because I'm like 5'8", so you must be like 6'4". And I was like, no, I don't think so, buddy. I really don't think so. But so we measured like a couple weeks ago. Not that it like matters anymore, but yeah, I'm 6 feet, like, even.
Okay, so whenever I go on a date with a guy, I can bring you, so you're like the perfect measure.
I'll show up, and then we can stand next to each other, and then you can decide whether he is the height he says he is. Yes, exactly. My thought is, and this isn't a new take, if a guy says he's 5'8", he's probably 5'6". If a guy says he's 6 feet tall, he's 5'10". And if a guy says a height over 6 feet, if a guy says he's 6'1", he's 6 feet. And if he says he's 6'2", he's probably 6'2". That's when you start. That's like the measure of accuracy, I would say. Once you hit 6'2", they stop lying.
That's so
and if
accurate.
They're lying, it's because they genuinely don't know. Like, they haven't thought about it. That's my take.
That's actually very accurate. I feel like my ex, on his dating profile, he said 6'1", and he's actually 6 feet. Yeah. And
which I'm like, that's fine. I would lie. What did I do? I can't remember.
You lied?
I would lie. I mean, I would lie a little bit. I was like, I'll put 5'11" because then they won't get intimidated.
Right.
Because if you put 6 feet, but then I was like, no, I'll put 6 feet so they expect me to be tall and they're not weird about it. Oh. They're not like, but you're much taller than 5'11". Because it was it's very like, when you tell a man, like, now I kind of do it to rage bait them a little. Like, if people are like, yeah, it's so fun. If they're like, you're so tall, how tall are you? I'll be like, 5'9". And then they're like, no way, because I'm 5'9". I'm like, no, I was measured yesterday, man. You must be like, what, 5'5"? And they get so mad.
Can we like plan on like a video idea?
Like,
we just go out.
Yeah, we just go out and I tell men that I'm 5'9" and watch them just kind of destruct.
Right, yes.
No, I think that's so fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
What was I was gonna say something about I saw people say, well, because I'm from China, they use like metrics.
Yeah.
So like right now here, like, what's 6 feet. 6 feet is like 183 centimeters, but it's more like 180 is like the threshold.
Is like whether or not you're tall is 180. That makes sense. I always think about that.
Yeah. 180 and 6 feet are like similar. Like, and people say no guy is actually gonna say that they're 180 because if they're actually 180, they're gonna say they're 183 or 181.
Yeah.
And if they're like saying 180, that's because they're
Like 178. Yeah. 170. Yeah.
Yeah, just like nobody's 6 feet on dating apps.
Nobody. I mean, yeah. No. If a guy says he's 6 feet on a dating app, it means he's 5'10".
Yeah.
Or like 5'10" and a half,
5'11" maybe.
5'11",
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah. Depending on the shoes.
Yeah.
Depending on the kicks. But
yeah. Or nobody's actually 5'11" because if they're actually 5'11",
they'll just say 6 feet. Yeah.
It's all a guessing game.
There's a lying epidemic in the height community. But it is, it's all kind of a guessing game. But then once my girlfriend's like 5'5", so I was like, it doesn't, you can't tell. I was like, but she'll be like, can you come be tall? And I go and I take her beans down or whatever that she needs.
I can imagine you two look so cute together.
Yeah, we are really cute.
You're like a perfect like straight couple's height.
It really is. Sometimes I worry that like in a straight couple, like if you put like a straight couple dynamic onto us, that I'm falling too much into the man role.
Yeah.
Just in that my sister plays volleyball, and so I watch all of those games, and there's a lot of time that I spend watching the game and she's like cooking something behind me, which makes me just feel like a piece of shit husband who's like not helping with the meal at all.
It sounds like why aren't you helping with the meal?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times, here's what I'll say. Yeah. My girlfriend does not like for me to help her in the kitchen.
That's exactly what a straight guy would say.
I mean, no, I mean, you got me. Wait, you actually totally got me there. That's exactly what a straight guy would say. And you know what? I have been called in. I will reflect, and I'm listening, and I'm learning, and I'm growing from this experience.
Yeah. No, I love that for you. Like, what would I do to be like the man in the relationship?
I'm trying to think of my most like girly trait in a relationship now, or like traditionally, like stereotypically girly trait in a relationship.
What is it? Do you like sew?
What?
Do you sew?
No, she sews.
Oh no.
I crochet.
You crochet? Okay.
Yeah, I feel like if you take traditional gender roles, the girliest thing I do in the relationship is I'm the mushier one. Like, I'm the one who's like, I wrote you a poem and here it is. Or like,
I feel like guys do that.
You think so?
Yeah, guys write poems.
What's something a girl could do? Well, girls can do anything.
Yes.
But what's something what's the stereotype? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, but I feel like poems are always written. I've had 3 guys write me poems. It's getting old.
Yeah. Wait, were any of them good?
No, they're okay. They're okay. Yeah.
I wrote a poem for my girlfriend, and I only really showed it to her, but she like actually writes poetry. Oh. So I was like, well, this is like, you'll be like, this is cute, but I'll be like, this is, I was like, this is, here it is.
Right.
I was like, this is just something.
I mean, that's cute.
I mean, it's cute, but it's like she like does it like well, and I was like, here's a poem I wrote and it rhymes.
Yeah, it's like you're singing to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, or like fucking like Kelly Clarkson. You're like, I wrote you a song. She's like, oh, thanks.
Yeah. No, but it's okay. I mean, it's the gesture helps.
Yeah. Wait, what's like a traditionally masculine thing you do in relationships?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's a good question. What's masculine? I don't know. I think I'm sometimes the one that, I don't know, that sends the text of you up.
Wait, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Right? That's hence the title of the podcast.
Yeah. No, I see that now. That's so funny. Wait, I love that for you. That's girl boss behavior, right? Is what I would say.
I wish I can like, I was thinking, I wish I can have like my own like 1-bedroom apartment, so I can like be like you up and then come to my place.
Come over to my place. Yeah. No, that's the dream.
Yeah, and don't sleep over.
You'd be like, I called you an Uber. Like at the end.
Yeah.
You're like, your Uber's downstairs.
Oh my God, that's my dream.
Yeah. Your dream is living like a bachelor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's beautiful. Women can be bachelors. I think you would be a wonderful bachelor. Right? With like a little bachelor pad.
Yeah. We need some like, I don't know, lesbian dating shows of the
Bachelor?
Yeah.
That would be so messy. Right? I read this book that was about like two girls who go on like a Bachelor. They can't say The Bachelor because of copyright, but they're like it's like the same show.
Yeah.
But they go on that show and they fall in love with each other when they're like supposed to be dating the like main guy. I liked it. I liked the book. It's called Here for the Wrong Reasons.
Well, they were
there for the wrong reasons.
I love today's I love today's topic. I have one of my best friends. They're like a lesbian couple, and I just saw them. They were like, you should have more like queer people on there. I want to hear about gay sex.
I mean, that makes sense.
I feel like I talk about the gay sex a lot on the podcast.
Yeah, I was listening to some of the episodes in preparation. I was like, okay, well, this would be great.
Okay. Which one did you listen to?
I listened to like a little bit of a bunch of them just to get it like a feel for what I was supposed to bring to the table.
Yeah, no, you're doing great.
Thanks. Yeah, well, I appreciate it. So are you.
Oh, thank
you. It's so fun to be here.
Thank you. Sometimes I have my bad days and my good days. Sometimes if I'm doing the podcast because you were asking if I wanted to do it on Sunday. I'm like, usually I go out on Saturday. So Sunday.
Oh, so Sunday's not the day.
Yeah, Sunday my brain is not working.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't really like, as far as I feel like young, like people our age who are like queer in New York, I would say that I am on the much like tamer side. Like
you're on the straighter side.
I mean, I would say like no, because I think straight people are going out. I'm just like not a huge partier. Like I just don't like it.
Right.
I think that I like keep earplugs on me at all times because sometimes the world is too loud. So I'm like, I don't really want to be in a party. Yeah.
Wait, earplugs for just like day-to-day New York walking?
Yes, because sometimes you're in the subway and it's just so loud and you're like, ugh, and then you put in your earbuds and your earphones and your earplugs and then you're like, oh, I'm happier now. Or like sometimes I'll go to a show and the sound balance is like really, or they obviously are trying to make it so like the back row can hear, but you're not sitting in the back row and you're like, well, I'm gonna die if I'm up here. Like I can feel this in my teeth.
Well, I love that for you.
Yeah, I love having earplugs. But like, I'm not at the club.
Oh,
I'm not.
I bring earplugs with me everywhere too for different reasons because you never know when you're gonna go into an emergency clubbing situation. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's smart. I think that's really smart. But yeah, I'm not like a partier. I'm not like
partier.
Yeah. Are you a partier? You're like you like to go out?
I go out sometimes.
What's your favorite? Like, what's your ideal night when you're going out?
Oh, I don't know. Come back and be able to go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I can't go to sleep.
Do you just like stay up all night?
No, I try to go to sleep, but I just end up masturbating. No.
I mean, that'll put you to sleep though.
I don't know. Sometimes I just want to keep going, you know.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It'd be like that. Oh, you.
Yeah, that's when I send the text.
The you up text? Yeah, that's a hazard of the.
Yeah.
The fun thing about me and my girlfriend live like a 15-minute walk away from each other now.
Aww.
So it's very. I never really have to be like, are you up? Because I'm usually over there.
Yeah.
But if I ever were like, I want to see you in the middle of the night, I'd be like, but it's a quick little walk.
Yeah. It's come over for a quickie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what guys would say.
That's what a guy would say. I don't really say. I wouldn't say that. Probably.
But
yeah.
Would you ever move in with her?
Yeah, we've talked about it. I think like we are, I would say, the opposite of a stereotypical couple in that I think we moved pretty slow.
Oh.
Or stereotypical lesbian couple, I mean, in that we didn't like U-Haul at all. But we've talked about it a little. I think we're happy where we are. She like has her own apartment and I hang out there and she'll like come and stay with me, but it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like in New York it's like cheaper to move in.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, but that gets you in like a lot of tricky situations.
Yes,
like a lot of people, the housing market is kind of responsible for a lot of bad relationships out there, is my take. Is that if a lot of people could afford to live not with their partner, they would not be in the relationship they're in.
Yeah.
And I think that's sad.
Who said that? That's like that you're the whistleblower. Yeah.
I'm the whistleblower for the housing market.
Yeah.
And the relationship damage it's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it definitely does a lot of damage, or like it definitely prolonged a lot of relationship that should have been that long.
Yeah. I mean, I think also like I think it's just the housing market's fucked for a lot of reasons. But yeah, I think a lot of people are like, well, we have to make this work because we live together. And I think that's like a really hard situation to be in.
Yeah.
Because you like, neither one of you wants to be looking for housing and going through a breakup. And like, I'm sure sometimes it's like, it stops people from making like impulsive decisions. Like, I want to end this because whatever, and makes them like think through it more. But I think sometimes people are like, this is really not right for me, but I can't. It just makes you feel trapped.
Yeah. That's how I feel that's why I can't be really practicing poly, because I already have like 2 roommates. I can't have more people in my
you can have more people involved in your living situation. I think it's really, I also think one of my hot takes is that it is better to live with people that you are either such good friends with and like have known since you were young, or people that you don't really know at all but get a good vibe from. That's been my take since
Victoria wants to live with me, and we haven't known each other since we're childhood. Like,
I think that's the kind of thing that can work. Like, I feel like my best.
We haven't, so it's not gonna work.
Oh, okay.
According to you.
Oh, you haven't known each other.
Technically, New York baby, because we just got here for like.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay,
fair enough.
Yeah, she said we're New York babies because we just got here for.
Yeah, because you guys got here at the same time. I don't know. I mean, it obviously works outside of that. I think for me, I find it easiest to either be close enough with somebody that I can be like, hey, if you don't do your dishes, I'm gonna kill you, and they'll be like, heard, and do it, and they can be like, hey, you're pissing me off, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm sure I am, and like fix it. Or somebody that you are not friends, like you don't have to worry about ruining your friendship or like complicating your friendship by being like, hey, like I want to have a really hard conversation with you, and it's just like about laundry. Like I think it's just like, it's hard, I feel like, to live with somebody.
Right.
And I think it's easier when it's not, there isn't like an existing relationship you're adapting to living together. But I mean, like, I've been wrong before. It like works for some people. I think for me, I'm just like, I met my roommates from being roommates. Like we met on the internet, and I was like, and like, to be fair, some of them have been really bad.
That's true. I feel like it's a hit or miss. I definitely had misfortune.
When you have a really bad roommate that's not your friend, you can be like, hey, you're being a really bad roommate right now. And you don't have to worry really as much about hurting their feelings.
I don't know. I still worry.
I mean, you probably will, but you like kind of don't. Like, it's like, if this person hates me, that will be uncomfortable, but like, I'm not losing a relationship.
That's true.
Like, I'm like, we don't hang out. We don't need to hang out.
I don't know. I'm still too much of a people pleaser to not.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to hurt people's feelings in general. It just is like, I think it's much easier to be like, hey, I have to say something difficult to you when you aren't like, this is my friend, and like I just want like the best for them, because I'm like, I want the best for my roommates too.
Yeah.
And like a what was I gonna say? I don't know. And like, I want the best for my roommates, but I'm not like, we were roommates before we were friends, so I don't feel like, in order to preserve our friendship, I have to sacrifice our relationship as roommates. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when they're like, hey, can you guys make sure that you're wiping down the counters after like every time you do dishes, or like every time you cook? I'm not like, you're being so mean to me right now. I'm like, yeah, well, we're roommates, so that's how that's gonna go. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Can I say this about my roommate? I think, I don't care anymore. Well, I do. No, I do.
Well, I don't give a shit.
This is like a previous roommate, and he would just like be like, I wish he said it to my face instead of like I can be in my room and I can hear him like, fuck, why is it
that's the kind of thing,
like,
but I'm like,
himself, but I can
that's
hear
so
it.
frustrating.
And I'm like, do I intervene, or do I come out and say something, or
I also feel like in order to be a good roommate, you do need to be able to just be like, hey, this is what I need from you. Like some cases, like I'm like, if I'm bothering you, don't sit on it and then like not tell me, because like if you're like, hey, it really bugs me how you leave crumbs on the stove, that's an easy fix. Like I can just clean that up. But if you don't tell me, then I'm like, no one cares, and then now you're mad and I'm fine.
And I think it has similarities with being in a poly / or a monogamous
with any relationship. You do need to be able to. I think people also are really, conflict is hard. Like it's hard for it's hard for everyone, I think. Like I think there aren't people who are like, conflict is super easy for me, because it's like kind of, or I guess maybe there are. I don't know. I mean there are people who are really confrontational.
Right. I don't like those people.
Conflict is, me actually, you know what? I'll say a hot take. I kind of prefer somebody who is
confrontational.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think that it forces me to think about, like, it forces me to stand up for myself and be like, or to be like, yeah, you're right, I fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather my friend be like, hey, this thing you did really hurt my feelings, and I want to talk about it, than to, like, have them tiptoe around it for, like, 2 years and have it come out when, like, we're drunk or something like that.
Right.
Like, I'm like, I would always rather you just straight up be like, hey, you hurt my feelings, or like, hey, this thing you do, like, bugs me or whatever.
I guess.
I don't like people when people are, like, mean or, like, aggressive.
Right.
But when people are, like, not afraid to be, like...
Be direct.
Yeah. I think I appreciate being direct. My dad was very... When he was telling me that when he was dating my mom, he was like, I don't do, like, the mind reading stuff. So, like, if you're upset with me, you should just tell me. Because I'm probably not going to be able to, like, guess.
Oh, okay.
But you should just, like, let me know. And I was like, I think that's actually really...
I think that's a mature move.
I agree. Because I'm also, like, I struggle with the, like... There's a certain amount of, like, consideration and care that you should absolutely give the people around you. And also, sometimes people are thinking things about your actions that you just, like, didn't think of. And, like, sometimes it's, like, you obviously wish that they had just, like, thought of that. Like, I wish that people would think of, like, would just know exactly how I would react to things. But sometimes, like, if they don't know... You should tell them. I think you should make an effort,
right,
to like give people a chance to change.
Yes,
and, like,
that's why I tell them that the way they slurp their spaghetti really
give you the ick. Yeah. that's exactly what you should do. That's feedback. That's right? Constructive criticism.
Right. So you should. Yeah.
I mean, okay, I'll tell us one more story about my girlfriend, and then I'm gonna leave it because she's a very private person. But one time we were packing to go on a trip together. And I have this outlet extender thing that has like 6 outlets in it, and it plugs into one outlet. And I was like, I got it out, and she was like, you can't bring that. And I was like, what? And she was like, it sets a precedent. And I was like,
it sets a precedent.
I was like, I mean, to be fair, for her part, we were going to like her aunt and uncle's house, so it wasn't like there were going to be no outlets. But I was like, what if there are no outlets there? And she was like, no, you don't need to bring that. And I was like, you know what, and I'm glad you said that to me, instead of being like, that was really weird that you did that, and then just holding on to it forever. You know what I mean?
Did you bring it?
No, I didn't. I was like, she was like, what she said was, if you don't bring it and there aren't enough outlets, you can bring it up whenever you want, and you will always have been right. And I was like, okay, I'll take that deal. And then I was wrong. So
no.
I was wrong. So
now you can.
So now I can't bring it up, but she could if she wants.
Wait, so you went to the uncle's house and then there's no.
No, there were outlets.
There were
lots of outlets. She was like, "Do you see all of these?" I was like,
"So
yeah."
she was right.
She was right.
Oh,
yeah.
you were wrong. Okay.
She was right. I was like,
now you can't.
Now I can't bring it up. But she was right to be like, if I'm wrong, you can bring it up forever. I was like, you know what? Yeah.
You kind of wish she was wrong.
I kind of wish that I was right.
Yeah.
But even though it would be like a bad setup for an apartment, like I'm like, that would be bad for your aunt and uncle.
Right.
But I kind of wish I was right.
But honestly, bringing outlets everywhere, it's such a smart move. Like, if we're going on a trip, I would definitely.
I think that it's more of an issue when you're in hotels, because sometimes they have like the one outlet by the bed, and like if you and your partner both want to plug in like your phone and then like your AirPods or something, then sometimes you need like more than one. But when you're going to a house, it's like they're gonna have more than one outlet in the house.
I'm sorry you were wrong, but
it's okay.
You have my support.
Okay. I'm building up a team. I'm gonna bring back a list of names to my girlfriend and be like, these are all of the people who thought I was justified in bringing the outlet.
It's very much justified. I would be so happy if you're the friend that actually brought the outlet.
I mean, I feel like if I were going on a trip with a bunch of people, like if me and my like high school friends or whatever were going on a trip, I would definitely bring it, because I would be like, we're all gonna want to charge something. And like if we're all sharing like 2 hotel rooms or 1 hotel room, like there's not gonna be enough outlets at one point or whatever. And you don't want to be like moving the couch or like the whatever so that you can get to like an outlet that's behind something. I'm like, no. Then I pull out my outlet extender. Everybody's excited.
You're a good friend. You're a planner in that regard.
No, I mean,
no.
You know what? I'll take it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I just like having outlets.
Yeah, I do too. It's definitely better to have more holes than no.
You know what?
Sorry.
That's it. That's it, everybody. We did it. We did the podcast.
We did it. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming, Charlotte.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun.
Yeah, I had a great fun.